Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to today's lesson. I'm just going to share the video online and then we can begin. I hope everyone is having a good day. It's a nice day today. Well, at the moment, every day is nice. The weather's good. I don't know about you. I haven't been swimming yet. So if you have been swimming, let me know. I don't know whether the sea is warm. I imagine it's probably really cold at the moment. It doesn't usually warm up until maybe late July, August. But let me know. Let me know if you've been swimming. Arena says good afternoon, Arena, sorry, welcome to today. Pseudo Queen says hi and that the sea is cold. Thank you very much, Pseudo. I think swimming in cold sea can be nice. It's very refreshing. It wakes you up. Lisa, hello. Lisa is one of the teachers at AM. She is watching today, so feel free to say hello to Lisa in the live chat section. Hello, Lisa. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I would usually say that swimming in the sea can be very refreshing. It certainly would, if you're tired and you go swimming in the cold sea, it would wake you up. Irina says, hi, Richard. Hi, Irina. Welcome to today's show. Okay, guys, so today we are looking... Evelina says, good afternoon. Today I am sad. John Peter Salone is an English teacher who died for us Italians, and I still can't believe it. I am very sorry to hear that, Evelina. I'm very sorry to hear that. Sandro says, hi, Richard. Hi, Sandro. So the content of today's lesson, we are going to be looking at a particular language point called homonyms. Now, last week we looked at I think it was homophones. I think we looked at last week. This week, today, we are going to look at homonyms. Now, homonyms are words that have the same spelling, same pronunciation, but the meaning is different. And usually the category of the word category changes as well. It might be a noun. It might suddenly be a verb. Now, in the thumbnail, okay, so the picture on this video, you will see a bear with the name bear because the bear is on the tree, and you will also see an arrow pointing right saying bear right. Now, to simply put, that is because we can use bear also as a verb, to bear right, to go right, turn right, actually. So it's a synonym of turn and go when you're talking about directions. So this is going to be our first homonym. Okay, so you've got bear as in the animal, bear as in the animal. I like bears. I think bears are fantastic creatures. And then you've got bear as in to turn or go a direction. Usually bear left, bear right. We're not going to say bear front or bear straight. We're not going to say bear straight ahead. Usually it's usually left or right. So we'd usually say, for instance, bear right or bear left, meaning turn left, turn right. Yeah, turn left, my left, turn right, go left, go right. So that's what we mean by bear. So that is an example. It's the same pronunciation. It is the same spelling, but we're using it in a different way. And that is what homonyms are. Alejandra says, hi, good afternoon, Alejandra. Welcome to today's program. Now, I'm going to come to you guys and ask you guys a question. I'm sure you might know the answer to this, but we've got right and right. But can you guys tell me the difference between right and right? We have we have at least two rights in English. But can you tell me what the two examples of? Can you think of two different rights in English? Let me. Well, there's actually more than what. There's more than two. But can you think of at least two types of using the word right? Um, Yeah, let's see if you can think of two examples of right and right. Same sound, same spelling, but a different meaning. Um, so that is a question for you guys. I'll also introduce you to another one. Stefano says, "Hi, dear teacher. Pseudo has come in straight away with right, okay, as in okay, right, as in not left. Pseudo, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good example of what we would be talking about. Right, yes, that is correct. Right, as in go right, not left. In English, sometimes we have a joke, the other right, meaning if you tell the person go right and they go left, we tell them no, the other right, no, the other right. It's a little joke. Uh, LVS.com, you're right, you're right. Okay, you're right. Don't forget the apostrophe re. You are right. You're right. Or turn right. Or turn right at the corner, for example. Yes, LBS.com, that would make sense. Good. We're off to a really good start. Irina says, you was right. Irina, have a little think about was. But I see what you're saying. You right, and we had to turn right. Okay, so I see what you're getting at, Arena. It is a good example. It's a good sentence. You just need to think about was. Would we say you was or you were? Sandra says, all right. Yeah, that's we're developing it there, but I see what you're getting at, Sandra. LVS.com says thanks. Okay, and to look, guys, there is more than just two forms of right, rights in English, but those are the two most common forms that we can think of. Let me introduce you to another homonym, and from there, I'm going to give you guys the chance to try and create your own sentences using the homonym in a different way. So the next one I'm going to go with, we've got address as in your mail address. And then we've got another address. Address as in to deal with a problem or an issue. So, for example, we could ask, what is your home address? And that would be fine. We can also say, for instance, can you address this problem? Meaning, can you deal with this problem? So now we can see here that we've got address as in your address, which is a noun, and can you address, which we're now using as a verb to address a problem. Now, that is my example here. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to see if you can now create your your example sentences. Can you use both forms of address like I have done here? So we've got address as in your home address, and we've got address as in to address a problem, using it as a verb instead of a noun. I should add, address as a verb is a regular verb. So I addressed in the past. The pronunciation actually would be a t. Actually, I addressed the problem. I addressed the problem. So it is a regular verb, and the pronunciation of the ed ending would be a t sound. So over to you guys. Let's see. Address like speech. You can address people. Yes, that's another one. Yes, you can address people. That is another form of address. That's a third type of address, actually. So the president addresses the media, for example. So address can also mean to speak to people. So well done, Sandra. If you like, you could try and give me a sentence, a whole complete sentence with that type of address. Irina says, oh, you were right. Of course. Thanks. You're welcome, Irina. Okay, actually, so guys, because of Sandra, we now have 3 types of address. So let's see if you guys can come up with at least 2 examples of the word address before we move on. Let's see here. Can I think of anything else that might be able to help you with the pronunciation? I can tell you that the pronunciation doesn't change, by the way, from the noun or the verb with address. The beginning is still a schwa. It's still an The stress is still on the dress. So whether it's the noun or the verb, we're still going to say dress as the syllable stress. Address. Stefano says, I need to spend this, I need to spend this letter to our company customer, but I can't read his address. Will you please address with this problem? Okay, you're very close, Stefano. Yes, you wanted to say send instead of spend. Address this problem. You don't need to use a preposition. You can just say, can you address this problem? So you don't need to use a preposition with address there, Stefano. But that was nearly 100%, so really well done. Pseudo Queen says, you gave me wrong address. You need to address your answer. Okay, I see what you're going for there, Pseudo. I think that's a really, really good attempt. You gave me, what we're missing here is actually an article. You gave me the wrong address. So don't forget about your article there. You gave me the wrong address. You need to address your answer. For now, I'm going to say that's fine. I think in reality, we would probably change this around maybe and say, can you address this? But that's a minor thing. In terms of using this word for the first time, I would say pseudo, well done. I think that's off to a good start. So well done, guys. You are all off to a tremendously good start. Well done, guys. Okay, let's look at another example. I think what we can do here is let's go with the word mean. Okay, so we've got 2 types of mean. We've got what do you mean? Because I don't understand what you are saying. What do you mean? What do you mean? And you can use it to describe someone. You can say, oh, he is really mean. My boss is really mean. So what do we mean? Ah, sorry. I couldn't help but laugh at my own little joke there. So when we use mean as an adjective, we are saying, such as in the second one, okay, mean as an adjective. We're saying that the person is not nice. Maybe we might be saying the person is maybe nasty, maybe very rude and aggressive, possibly. So that's what we mean by that. What am I getting wrong here? Aggressive. There we go. Okay, so that's what we mean by mean as an adjective. And then, of course, we've got mean. What do you mean? Stefano says naughty, mean. No, they are not direct synonyms. You can be naughty and mean at the same time, but naughty and mean are not synonyms. They're not synonyms, no. So we can't use it like that, no. Over to you guys. Try and create 2 sentences with 2 types of mean. Obviously, you can you could use what do you mean, or I mean that she is blah, blah, blah. Maybe you want to try and use mean in that sense, trying to explain to someone what you are trying to say, what you are trying to explain to them. And then you've got mean as in the adjective. So let's see what you guys come out with. If you like, you can use an actual example. Maybe you wanted to describe someone. For example, we could say Voldemort is mean from Harry Potter. We could say Darth Vader from Star Wars is mean. I think in some ways we could use other adjectives to describe those characters, but they are mean. So we could use it like that. Let's see what you guys come up with, and we'll have a look at your examples. So let's see. So Stefano says, when I asked my boss to give more info about our customers, he didn't answer me. He was really mean to me. Good. Well done, Stefano. Yeah, that's a very good example. Yeah, he was really mean to me. So yes, I think that's a good example. Good. I think we're off to a good start there. Okay, guys, let's see if anyone else can come up with something. Sandra says, I hated him because he was always mean to me. Good sentence, Sandra. Well done. I think it's safe to say that we all know how to use mean as a verb, as in what do you mean? But I'm happy to see that people know how to use mean as an adjective as well. My friend is so mean, says Sudo. I mean sometimes, not always. Ah, I like what you've done there, Sudo. Very nice. Very good sentence. Bravo. Excellent, guys. I think you're all doing a very, very good job, and I think we're off to a very good start. Good. So if you guys can think of any other homonyms, please, by all means, ask me in the live chat section. However, let me try and introduce you to another type of another homonym. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I nearly forgot about this one. Before I introduce the next one, let's see. We've got a few more answers down here. We have Arena says, what do you mean when you say that he is mean? So can these words be combined? You have used it very well, Arena. So well that I'm almost tempted to say that I think I know what you mean. And I think I know that you know how to use the word. But to answer your question, what do you mean when you say that he is mean? So can these words be combined? The answer is yes. They can be used at the same time in the same sentence, providing you use one as the verb and one as an adjective, such as, I mean, he is really mean. For example, we could say that. Alejandra says, I don't believe in mean people, and I believe in people that do things bad. I think I know what you're trying to say. I think you're trying to say, I don't believe in mean people. I don't believe in mean people, and I believe in people that do bad things. I'm trying to think of what you might mean. I think you mean, I don't believe in mean people. Do you mean you don't believe what people... Do you mean you don't believe what mean people say? And you don't believe... But you... and I believe in people that do things bad. I think you might mean you don't believe in what mean people do, but you do believe that people do bad things. I think that's what you might mean. Have a go at trying to rewrite the sentence there, Alejandra. Have a go. Okay, so I'm now going to introduce you guys to another homonym, and this one here is rock. Now, both types of rocks here are going to be nouns, but two very different types of nouns. Actually, we've got a third type of. Actually, no. Let's. Okay, no, we've got three types of rock. Actually, okay. We've got rock, as in a physical rock. We've got rock, as in a category of music, rock music. And we've got rock as a verb, to rock. As a verb, to rock. Now, the verb rock also has two different meanings. We can rock back and forward, back and forth. So we can rock this. What I am doing is I'm rocking. I'm going forward and backwards. So this is the verb to rock. But the verb to rock also means to dance and play to rock and roll music. So you can say, for example, let's two examples of the verb. Okay. One, I like to rock in my chair. Two, the second type of rock. I like to rock music. So I like to play and dance to rock music, like AC/DC. Then I've got I like rock music. So now I'm using it as a noun. Now I'm using it as a category of music. Sorry, apologies. Now I'm using it as a category of music. And I like to climb rocks. So now I'm using it as the noun, as what you climb on. So we've got lots of different types of rocks in English. Let me know what you guys let me know what you guys try to do, what you think. You've also got rock music, you've got hard rock as well. So we've got lots of different categories of rock. We've got rock as a noun and we've got rock as a verb. So in your own time, guys, try and create your own sentences with the different types of homonyms that we can create with the word rock. Sandra says, the mother placed the baby in the cradle and gave it a rock. Sandra, I really like what you're trying to do there. I think that's overall a good sentence. Because you can rock a baby to sleep. So well done, Sandra. I think that's a good start in terms of using the rock in its different forms. Pseudo Queen says, high rocks when he climbed the rock while he was listening to rock. High rocks when he climbed. Okay, I don't know about the first rock. Oh, he rocks. Ah, okay, now I understand. So he rocks when he climbed the rock while he was listening to rock. That's an interesting tongue twister there, Pseudo. Okay, I see what you're doing there, Pseudo. I like what you're doing. Well done. Good effort. Actually, you have created your own tongue twister there. So good. Well done there, Pseudo. Everyone is doing very well today, I have to say. Okay, guys, let's see if anyone else would like to have a go at using the different types of rock, and then we'll move on to the next rock. Then we'll move on to the next homonym. Like I said, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any of your own ideas of possible homonyms, please let me know. Stefanos says, my mother is a sort of rock model for me. She is my rock. Okay, now this is an interesting way. A role model for me. She is my rock. So I misread that. Yes, Stefano, that is a very good sentence. Well done. Very well done, actually. That's another type of rock. So excellent. Well done, guys. I think you're all doing a very good job here. They're not always easy. It can be difficult. It can be confusing when we look at homonyms. Okay, let's look at the next one. Ah, right. Yeah, I think this is an important one to look at. We've got two different types of well. We've got well and well. So first of all, we can say I am well, which means I am not sick, because you can also be unwell. So we can use it in this form, I'm well. Now, the other type of well is, of course, slightly different. What was my example? Okay. We've got well also as in good. And this is my example over here. For example, we can say we played well, meaning we played good. You will see that exactly the same thing. It's spelt the same, but we just use it slightly. We just use it slightly differently. We can say, for instance, the event was well organized as well. That's another way of using it. So well has a few different meanings. It can be a little bit confusing as well, sometimes in terms of word order. So, I mean, look, well can be an adverb, it can be an adjective, it can be a noun, it can be a verb. We can use well in so many different ways. So it can be a little bit confusing. But have a go. Try and tell me how you can use well in different ways. It's important to note, by the way, a common mistake, which I just want to point out, how we would use it differently to the word good. So we can say, I speak good English. You can see that in this case, I speak good English, the adjective good comes before English. However, I cannot say I speak well English. No, I have to say I speak English well. So here I can't use it as an adjective. In this case, we're using it as an adverb. So that is an important difference between using the word good and using the word well. I cannot say I speak well English. It doesn't work. We know what it means, but it's not correct English. We've also got a phrase with well. We can say, well, well. Well, well, what a surprise, for example. This is when you're not surprised, funnily enough. So, for example, you're not surprised by something. Maybe someone, a friend, did something silly, did something stupid. You are not surprised. So you can say, well, well, what a surprise. So we can be a little bit sarcastic. It is a phrase. Well, well, what do we have here? That's also another phrase as well. So we can use well in lots of different situations, actually. So let's see what you guys come up with. Okay. Oh, I've nearly forgotten another one. There's a water well. There's a well. Yeah, there's a water well. So there's a hole in the ground and you collect water in it. If you collect water in the ground, we call it a well or a water well. So there's another well there. Pseudo Queen says she felt well when she went to a well for the water. Pseudo, well done. I like what you're doing today, Pseudo. You're really thinking. You're thinking rather creatively. So well done. I like what. Well done. Yeah, there we go. There's another well. Well done. I like what you're doing there, Pseudo. Okay, well, guys, let's see if anyone else can come up with another example. I think you're all doing very well. Pardon the pun. Okay, guys. Let's see. Okay. I'm still having a little think about one sentence. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds and then we'll move on to the next homonym. Like I said, guys, if you can think of your own one, by all means. Oh, and I've thought of another one already. Okay. Whilst you guys are thinking, let me introduce you to another homonym. Okay. This one is going to be date. Date, in this case, Stefano says, well, how you came up with that silly question. You behaved not well. You didn't behave well. Very close, Stefano. You didn't behave well. Okay? Very close, though. So next one, date. You've got date as in what is the date? Today. And date as in, let's say, I am trying to think of names and I cannot think of names. Let's go with Tanya and Dave went on a date. So in this case, we've got date and date. Of course, we can use date as a noun, and there's two types of nouns of date. Date as in what is the date, and Tanya and Dave went on a date. So we can use that as a noun. You can also use it as a verb, such as Tanya and Dave used to date. So in this case, we're now using date as a verb as well. So we've got a few examples of date, and date is a good homonym as well. Let me know, guys, if you have any of your own examples. And can I? Oh, and let's not forget, guys, there is also another type of date, which is the fruit. So you also have date as in the fruit as well. And in Malta, I have to say, you can find some really nice dates in Malta. Sandra says, our neighbors provide their own water via wells and pumps. Okay, there we go. Yes, I see what you're going for there, Sandra. Nice thinking. So, guys, let's see what you guys can create. We've got different types of dates. We've got 4 dates, actually, that we have thought of already. Stefano says, I've been dating her since we met on the date anniversary of the foundation of our town. I have been dating her since we met on the anniversary of the foundation of our town. Yeah, I don't think we would say since the date of... I see what you're going for there. Since we met on the date and since we met on the anniversary of the foundation of our town. Yeah, I don't think we would use both date and anniversary together like that, because then it's repetition. We would just say met on the anniversary of the foundation of the town. If we wanted to use both at the same time, then we would probably have to say on, would we say since the date of the anniversary? Since the date of the anniversary. Yeah, I think that's the closest thing we could come up with that I can think of that we could use when we try to use both forms of the word like that. There's a simpler sentence, guys. You could always say, what's the date of our date? What date did we start dating? That's another one. And then you've got, then we can use date in front of sites like dating sites. Like what dating sites are there? I suppose Tinder. Suppose that's one site. That's a dating site. Yeah, so we can use it before a site, for example. Okay, guys. So I'll give you a few more seconds and then I'll move on to the next one and we can look at another homonym. Like I said, guys, let's see what you guys can come up with. I'm still trying to think of one. A sentence from before. Okay. Right. I think I have thought of what the answer is to this one. So I'm going back to an earlier one because I think I now understand what the person was trying to say. So earlier on in the live chat, someone tried to write, I don't believe the mean people, and I believe in people that do things bad. Now, I think the person was trying to say, I don't believe what mean people say, but I believe mean people do bad things. I think that's what the person was trying to say. So that's my answer to that one. Okay, guys, let's move on to another homonym. And I think, actually, let's look at this one. I've got a few ones we could use. I'm trying to think of, here we go. I think this is a good one to know. Ship and ship. Ship and ship. So we've got ship as in the boat in the sea. Okay, I should say the large boat in the sea. So we've got that type of ship, okay, which is a noun. Then we also have ship as in to ship something. Okay, so we can use it as a verb. And what is my example? Yeah. The new product was, I'm writing a past simple passive here. The new product was shipped last week. Okay? So you can, to ship a good. So you ship products about. Now, so in this case, ship is to, as a verb, ship as a verb is to send something. So you ship a product. If you go on Amazon and you have bought a product online, you will sometimes see shipping, for example. And when you think of shipping, then you will think of certain delivery services, such as DHL, FedEx, for example. So that's what we mean by ship. So we've got two different types of ship. Let me know in the live chat. If you can create your own sentences with ship. The pronunciation doesn't change. I mean, it's only got one syllable, really, ship, ip. So it's not going to change. But ship as a noun, ship as a verb, And it's important to remember the difference. My mail was shipped to the US on a big ship. Good. Well done, Pseudo. Don't forget, shipped is going to have two P's, not one. So that's the only thing that we need to change about that sentence. It's just a small little spelling error. Stefano says, during the quarantine, I was shipped loads of items online. I would say there, Stefano, you don't need the article the, but the rest of the sentence, well done, perfect. Really good stuff. Okay, guys. So we've got 5 minutes left of the lesson. My challenge to you guys is, can you all try and write one sentence? But in that one sentence, you have to try and use as many homonyms as you possibly can. Let's see what you guys can come up with. Okay. So, for example, this is an example of what I mean. The bear was shipped on a ship, but the ship didn't bear right in the storm, and through the ship. And though the ship was well made, not everyone was well after the storm. Okay, so this is an example of what I mean. Have a go to try and write your own sentence with as many homonyms as possible. So, the bear was shipped on a ship, but the ship didn't bear right in the storm. And though the ship was well made, not everyone was well after the storm. So that is a little example. Okay, guys, let's see if anyone, and this is difficult. I don't expect people to do it. But if you can have a go and you get close, then fantastic. So guys, have a little look. Can you try and create your own sentence with as many homonyms as possible? And that is how we are going to end the lesson today. If you don't manage to think of one during the lesson, because we only have 2 minutes left, you are welcome to go onto the comments section after the lesson and leave your answer there. So, guys, this is what homonyms are, and it's important to learn them as you learn a new word in English. We've got lots of homonyms in English, and they can be confusing. But when we learn a new word, if we learn that they are a homonym, we then need to practice using them in different contexts. So Stefano says, well, I didn't mean to hurt you, even though you were so mean to me. I should have shipped roses to you, or probably I have taken you on a long ship trip to be forgiven. Wow, Stefano, everyone, like the video for Stefano. That is a really, really good attempt. So well done there, Stefano. Excellent work. Good stuff. Sandra, yes, I agree, Sandra. Thumbs up indeed. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for watching today's lesson. Very well done to everyone in the live comments. And I mean absolutely everyone. It doesn't matter if you got your sentences 100% right, or sometimes just a little bit right, or if you found it one or two sentences just a little bit too difficult. Don't worry. Mistakes are good when you're learning a language. And you have all done a very good job today. Irina says, we ship 5 sheep to another farm by car, not by ship. Nice, Irina. Good stuff. Irina says, bye and thank you. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Lisa. Much appreciated. Yes, guys, so if you haven't liked the lesson, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And please share the channel with friends that you know are trying to learn English. You're welcome, Irina. You're welcome, Irina. We've got 2 Irinas, sorry. I'm glad you thought the lesson was fun. Thank you very much. Sudo says thank you. Thank you, Sudo. You too, LVScom. Everyone have a wonderful afternoon, and I will be back tomorrow at the same time with another lesson. You too, Sandra. Thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon as well. And to everyone watching, even though you might not have written in the live chat, thank you so much for watching as well. Stefano, thank you very much, Stefano. Much appreciated. Have a lovely evening, guys, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. The lesson tomorrow afternoon it's an interesting one. It's going to be Shakespeare phrases you can use. So we will be looking at some Shakespeare language that you can use in your everyday conversation. Okay, guys, so thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, and bye for now.